Good morning. How are you?
Well, Hashem, how are you? Is there a share today?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, have a. No, I
Oh,
got.
here it is. Oh,
I
here
got.
it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, okay.
If the money is already set aside to make the pigeon, so why is it called the tzenua? What's I said? So what are you doing the finish with it then? Rabbi Yochanan and Isaac and Shimon ben Gamliel. Shimon ben Gamliel says that menichin as amois. You put away, you put down the money, and you say whoever wants to be paid the net to the right, doing menichin as amois called anilkat mizeh mukul amois. What's the matter with them? What does it mean with this? Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel is going like a Shimon Gamliel that says talking about in Shvius. Shvius when it's not all hefker the coil. What does he mean? He explains the words of Shimon Gamliel that the doisa, when is it going? Kol ma sheyilkatu aniyim bein amorim between the bundles hefkeru hareyu hefker. He's mafkir. When? His mafkid is at night, when they're going to come at night. If I'm a maimim, ain't hefker, anasim hefker. Little concept. What does this mean, anasim hefker? You're doing it because I'm forced to do it. Why is he mafkid? So we'll get to this mafkid. Favos. Why is the Balabais mafkid? Because he's, like the Pnei Moshe explained, he's concerned about the Oni. Oni is going to come and pick up the leket. The leket is only supposed to pick up two shibolim, only two pieces that fell down, and the third one fell down. That's very Thomas. So what does he do? He wants to avoid for this person, the only who's coming, he shouldn't be a balabay, he shouldn't be on the way of takes more than he's supposed to wipe the schedule. So you go and he's mafkir. He's mafkir then. But the Gemara, that's the Gemara. The Gemara says, ain't hefker anasim hefker. It's oinus. I'm doing it because I have to do it because I want to save him from being over on this. I'm not doing it with my own free will. We're not to watch out for the moim. Says the moim. The moim is somebody who's taking more than he's supposed to, even though and emtoch because he doesn't know he's making a mistake. He doesn't know you're only supposed to take 2 stalks, and he took 3 stalks. So the Gemara is a moim. So we're not mechuyev to worry about this moim. Beram command the Omer b'shachris l'yaisa. Yesh odem afkim. Oh, sure. Okay, so here's the Pnei Moshe. One of the Moshe like the pshat. Aisa, yeah. Echonei nikroin tzanum. Over there, right where the now line starts on the right side. Why do we call these people tzanum? What's that tzanua? Tzanua is b'shayden events. What does that mean? B'shayden. The fish and medaydik in habe al asma. They're medaydik on the mitzvahs. Shafilu yimtzechot sheyav b'yochel mimenu. Even somebody's going to come and he's going to take from here. He's going to eat. Lo yiyei bo l'day michshel isirevai. You're making it sin. What's going to happen? Somebody's not going to notice the sin, or it's going to be over on the sin. He's not going to notice that this is something you're not supposed to eat because it's revai. Lo yeh bo l'day michshel isir revai. Vein choishin to the tzenuim. A choishin for these people. Av alilu shoychim b'shah shnei shavua. Even when it's not shvius, because the Shimon Gamliel said we're talking about in shvius. Now we're coming to talk about people that tzenuim are concerned about people who are coming not on the shvius. So what's this against there as well? Shoychim b'shah shnei shavua shaloi beheter. They put money and they said the kol mislaket should be nivdef me. Today nobody should be over on a I think the Shimon Gamliel command the Omar. This is the Shimon Gamliel saying that the sooner we do this, the toisi erev. It says the toisi erev. The Yochanan is explaining the Mishnah of Rabbi Shimon Gamliel. The man Tanner Tznuin, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel, the Messiah in the Ozu Shkacha Yois Tznuin. This is what they used to do. But Rabbi Shimon Gamliel is explaining it. Immediately, they call hanilkat mizer, anything that's going to be nilkat mizer, which is coming from here, which is being plucked from here, taken off, ripped out from here, the mashum nilkat hayoim. It was already done during the daytime. It's no longer the shus of the Balabais. I feel the biyodom, and he's saying l'chalon alamoyis. Call nilkat mizer, niye Kol nilkat mizer muchul alamoyis ilu. even though now it's not in his rishus anymore. He's saying it at night. At night is already after the aniyim came during the day, and they took it away. So how's he saying this at night? He told him the sefer to pay base. And I guess the fuch of the Doisi, the Doisi, about kapon of Doisi, Omakama, she used it to claim the shachris in the morning. So the shiyom balabayis kama she do aniyim hayoyim. He says it in the morning before the aniyim came. Ben amoni hefker should be hefker. The shem, you could be yoyim haroy. Maybe you're going to take 3 stalks instead of 2, and that's not supposed to. It's not paying about the pay shnei shabim leket, shlosh and leket. If the only takes 1 more stalk, then he's supposed to. The 3rd one is gezel, and this tzenua is choshish to save them from an aveda, even though it's doing an aveda. Here he holds not like a Shimon Gamliel. Shimon Gamliel says we don't have to make a takonis for balaveda, but do al the Mishnah according to this mandama you do have to do it. Kol shik the ayoyim afi yoisim and adin. If he's taking more than he's supposed to take hefker, or yareyu hefker. Whatever he took today should be hefker. They took away daniyim. How could it be mafker after they took? Why? Because he's going backwards and he's saying that it's hefker from before. So this was the Mishnah tells us that Shimon Gamliel is the one that says that they're not going to do it only on Shmiras. Now the Gemara comes to say the next words of Shimon Gamliel is there were tznuim who were machmir. In other words, Stam Bnei Adam, they don't have to do it because why? There's a Rosh, there's an Ramai, we don't have to worry about it. But that's tznuim. Ones who are the they are arguing about even the people who are doing Shlei Kedin. They want to save them from the Aveda. And they take away the Aveda even from the Bala Aveda. Making this hefker. Why are you making this hefker? Because of Anasim. Who are the Anasim? These are Ansim. What are they doing? They take away now what? The third stalk, and the third stalk is shloikedin, and you're not allowed to do it. So he says, and that's not hefker. He calls him a Ramai. The last is the Kon of them. Why he calls it a Ramai? It's the Chagazlan. Okay, but maybe he's masquerading. I don't know. But Al Kaponim is saying that the Chum say we don't do this. But I'm command Omer b'shachis. Whatever they're going to take should be hefker. But I see how this new I forgot the name that I call says in the words of Snuim, Kol Hanuker, the Tony Gabit Snuim, Lav Dafku, Elo, Kol Mashi Yukutu Labo, whatever they're going to take. Okay, Shaka Isaac, I'm Adam, the Svila B'Shachel, they're saying this not Be'erev, the Zung is B'Shachel, Roime, Kol Shi Yukutu Nami Mahani, Taina Gabi Hefke, they're good by Hefke, you could do it now, whatever's going to be later, you have to do it now. What do you make it? How you machal the Ma'aser over here in the morning on something which they're going to take later on? V'yesh odom machal. Take the Gemara. V'yesh odom mafkir b'mechuber l'karka. How are you going to be mafkir something which is mechuber l'karka? And what's the problem with after mechuber l'karka? Fish loimer, we're talking about pigeon for neterevai. We learn out from Xer Shavah for Chomish. It has to be something which is what not the meruach. Not the meruach has to be say a fusif and a posik. There has to be a mechuber kolush in order to be paid the ma'aser shein. To be told, to be paid the neterevai and kerenevai. But what does the guy do over here? But hefker, then hefker, you can't make hefker by mechuber l'karka. Or maybe for the command of the shachas, I sue without Shim Gamliel. So yes, that's like the Eish Odom Chalil the mechuber l'karka. He changes this girsa. He's not going over here hefker. He's going over here the chil, and a chil you can't make. Can't talk loimer. The tavis hefker the can toy sofer. Those the state. When it says haboker, that means that it's really going to pay. It's really called hefker in the Yerushalmi. So that means that it says over here in the Gemara v'yesh hefker the mechuber l'karka. That's a mistake, and you have to be going over here. That we're talking about is making chil, and chil you can't do. Just do either said the Isa, like the Rambam Paskins, or said the Rabbanan because he doesn't know the Shumah. Agav shit for the yellow. The guy be hefke lo many yochel hefke mechubel lekaka. He's explaining it. Why can't you be mafke some mechubel lekaka? Aloi gam kol hakakoy shlo yochel no. Somebody wants to be mafke kaka. Is it that? It doesn't have to be told. It could be a mechubel. Abel bechil ma'aser. By chil you can't do it. Sam besefte. Can revive b'sham yom ein poid noisem anovel yaim. That's the sefte saw yesterday. But still loimim anovel v'yayim. V'hakol moedim shem poid mechubel lekaka. The statement for the Sefer. Ashkel the most of the Mishnah garbage nuim kol ma sheyukatu. Then can if you can say kol ma sheyukatu, it's mashma mechubel lekaka. But if you mechubel lekaka, you can't make it a pigeon. The Gemara says you can't. You have to say it's talking a different case is what they're going to take out of the tolish. Amar b'yamir, look at b'yamir. I see who. My kashalo doesn't claim much. Could be that he said this pisgum that he says as kol mashi yukadu should be now after or it's new him with Tony kol mashi yukadu. Who do passes the U.S. the kasha mahai? Then poiden the mechubel lekaka Rav Shengalil. The man Tanis Nuim. Who's the Tanis that said the din of the Nuim that they said whatever money is over here that should be used for the pigeon? Shengalil. Shengalil looked there. His father got the Bishama and the Basilu. The Svilei, the opinion Chalal Mechubel lekaka. He said the opinion is your Chalal Mechubel lekaka. Those was guys looking at the Bishama and the Basilu. It's not Chalal Mechubel lekaka. He's learning out from Ma'aser Sheni. And Ma'aser Sheni has to be what? Kodesh. And Pupai Ma'aser Sheni has to be after Meruach. And Meruach is something which is the Tolish. That's only according to the Bishama and the Basilu. Hashem B'Shem Gamliel, he holds the Mekanis Yomachin. The Mechubel lekaka doesn't bother him, and you could be Poide, Karen Ravai, and a mechubel lekaka.
Can you say it's becomes polished?
Yeah. So they're also sure. Okay. Zug the menaful. Let's take a look over in the second wide line. And hefke, ansim hefke. I feel you hefke. You give me mafkid. You come welcome. Why is he mafkid? He wants to save them from Aveda. And that's considered he's doing it under duress. Ain't hefker. Why not? Something which he's not doing free will. Huh? It's not foul, even though he's doing it to save them. Somehow that's the one's cash. If you said this pisgum, you said that it should be chal now. When is that chal now means by shachir before the yanim come. Yesh Odom doing but after you're doing it before you're coming, you only want to save them from being Oiba and Aveda. Say B'Shas Hanochas Moez, when he put down the money in the Mishnah, behind your opinion, he boiled him he's also changing the Gisa, and you're not talking about Hefker, he's talking about being boiled in what the time is accepted. Mishavin, Shame, Poison, Mukulakaka, Tain Mishas Lakamon. Right? The other Nogad Lishna, Yesh Odom Mafkir. Why do you say the word Mafkir? And that's really a mistake. He says, you know why? The feed the Koy Hashna with Moisoi, Chil the Hefker. Comes again about Fulda, and now he's coming up with really a novel approach. He's saying it's not a Toys Atfus, like the Play Moisoi, Vega Martin Johnson. He says it's a mistake. He's saying it's not a mistake. He's saying because there is a similarity between Chilul and Hefker. The Chilul Nami, what's the similarity? What is Chilul doing? You magdish the money and you pay the parents. Right? Magdish who shematvis amoyed b'kedusha. The money that you're putting up here now instead of the parents which were kodesh, and you paid the net rabbi or the Karen rabbi. V'hamanda omer v'shachas lein Hefker omro. According to the Mad Rabbi says the Hefker is the shachas omro nami b'hol ishta. This is like Sister Toya to me. What do you mean? What do you mean learning out the pigeon from the din from Hefker? What does it mean? I have no clue. Whoever knows. What was it here?
Changing the rishus.
He's changing the rishus, but he's changing the rishus.
Same way.
But
whatever reason you can't change the rishus on something that's mekubah.
Why? You don't have a kodesh. There's a reason why you can't do it. Why can't you do it? But shed out by Ma'aser, it's only by Meruch, it's only by this. By Hefker, why can't you Mafker as well?
That's the Rambam.
No, the Rambam say why. Yeah, the Rambam say why.
The reason is because you don't know the Shabbos.
Yeah, that's the Rabbanon. That's how they learn Shah.
Okay.
Ain't part you know he said the Mechuber. You can't be part of the Ma'aser Sheni. I'm sorry, the Karen Ravai only from the Mechuber. Why can't you do it? Because from Kodesh Kodesh, that's what they all say. But and that's a double the I said. But if you don't know it's the right because felt in the shul. Okay. Zip the Rash Oh, ain't hefka and nasim hefka. If you do it under pressure, you're forcing me to make it hefka on the left column, first line. It's not hefka. Ain't la niyim takono lepoitim in the maises. You want to part of the niyim from the maises by being mafkir. They ain't mafkir ela mishum shigoyz noisoi yimenu v'oinsin have. The oinins have. Why you mafkir? Because you don't want this guy to do the wrong thing, and that's not chal. He said. So he's saying that there's no such hefker that's going to work because you're doing it to save them. You're being forced to do it. It has to be. I don't know what this means exactly. It means it has to be hefker laniyim lashiyim. V'yesh adam after the b'chul lekaki kloim adam tzenua v'kosher. The b'yishlam b'leket shach after b'shachers by leket. Why? Abagab b'revai. We talk about the Karen in the 4th year. Mishach letoyse b'oid b'chul afkira b'oid b'chul koydem shilukatu. How can you be mafkir before they come? Well, Tanya, but the Sefer the Mechilton, either before they come, Goma Gordon be my Kodesh Kodesh Ma'aser Sheni. That's exactly Shabbat. Yeah, they ain't put Ma'aser Sheni B'Mechuber. Ochinami Benetter Ravai. Rabbi Yochanan told us who is the Ravai Belek. Is Commando Amma B'Shachas Aisihu. So he can come in Shachas when it's still Mechuber. The name the Mislaket Koma, the push of the Mafkir B'Mechuber, the Kaka. This Kashi is asking, how can you be mafke when it's Mechuber L'Karka? Lav Kushi. It's Tznuim, Mankatonila. Who's the Mandoma from Tznuim? It's really Shem Gamliel. The Mishnah continues in his name. Why? So it's Tznuim, Ashviz kind. When does Shem Gamliel say that you have to do this? It's only Ashviz because it's not what? It's not Gezel. If Shem Gamliel saw, but he himself is the Mandoma that said, Shitosle, the Beis Shammai, Klal Lagon because of Ma'aser Sheni. Shimon Gamliel doesn't agree with Beis Shammai, and not with the Beis Hillel, and he doesn't learn it out that he can't be played from Mechuber because Kodesh. He doesn't agree with that, and he goes because it's the reason because it's not Shuma Yidua, and it's only the Rabbanon. The Beis Shammai can see it played nice in Mechuber. It's I'll leave it to Beis Shammai. Yechoilin, they could be played it, even though it played nice in Mechuber the Kaga. Levanti divratois the Meruba Rosh Hagmar. Okay, so that's the more. But oid, who is like Mishichosei shel Ma'aser Sheni hu b'diyosoi. The Mashiach of the Ma'aser Sheni is the pigeon. What's made is the Mashiach is the Ma'aser Sheni the pigeon. What's made? Who Mishichosei Ma'aser Sheni hu pigeon? Kloima. It's the emotion. The home mehechen afterlu. The man the home and then played the Ma'aser right. How do I know this halacha that you can't be played in the La mishum. So we just said, Yafi Kodesh Kodesh, Ma'aser Sheni. Who the Ma'aser Sheni has that word Meruach, and Meruach is Kodesh, who are then the pigeon. Is Ma'ala, and Mechuber L'Karka by where? By Meruach, after the Bai, can't. But Shimon Gamliel Svilega by Ma'aser Guve, Shimon Gamliel himself says, by Ma'aser, Ika Achil Toli, Benesina Samois. When is Chal Achil by Ma'aser? When you pay for it, when you give the money. He's learning Mishichosei means when you give the money. You can't even know that if Shimon Gamliel fill Ma'aser Gufe Nivdu Mechuber L'Karka. Why? It's when it's hard to understand because when you learn the Gemara here, the Mashiach is the pigeon, so you schlep it. When you're schlepping it, it's not Mechuber L'Karka anymore. It's Tolish. But he's learning the Bnei Moshe is when you pay the money. That's when it's chal the pigeon, and when you're paying the money, was it Mechuber L'Karka? You're paying the money. It's not before the Mashiach. So if it's before the Mashiach, you see that the Shimon holds that Mach Nishois that it's Mechuber L'Karka. Though Ikeb and the Sinus Samois are double told him, Umal Lonu in Mechuber L'Karka. Any Yochel the Moshe, Halai pigeon Shalai Mashiach. The pigeon is the Mashiach. Mashiach will be after the Mechuber L'Karka. לא נותן את המנפול. אוי, דאייסק כבוס לסביל המשיכוסו שמה ישן היפדיוסי, בפרק של לפני זה הוא בש"ס, משיכוסו קודם נשינס המועד. The Mashiach is really before the נשינס המועד, היפדיוסי, וכי נהיד לא יתופס הפידים במחובר, אין נעמי the what? That we say, that in the Mechuba you can't make a pigeon, the Eis Mishikosoi, Miutov Sosoi, Vahainu Kushababu Lick it. When you slap it out of the ground, maybe Yois is really Shira also, the Shmina, Avakas, Nami, Mahana Filo, Mashiach helps, Yasef also helps, even though that's not what the Gemara says, but other than the Pshad, I feel loy mosh, because Masay Yois is who knows Akasa become loy. That's the next line of the Gemara. Omen of Yois behind the become loy. What does it mean? You coin it with the sinus Kesef. But also in Kesef, Mashma in the sinus Samoy is Nivda Agish. What the Maisi Shani is, I was like, Maisi Shani, the pigeon is going to be a Maisi Shani. When you make the pigeon with the sinus Mois, we can't divide this because the Maisi Shani, the moment we aim, but the value, Kodesh, Ksibu, and it says over there Kodesh, and that happens a little before the Mashiach, about the house before the Mashiach, so Shimon holds Mechuba Atnachnish. It can be part of the Mechuba. I shouldn't should in the Gemara. The Gemara is Masha here, Mishichos Shemai Sheni Pijoina. Bicycle. But look at the line here, please, on the right top side. Pirish Im Nos and Echad Mois. Somebody paid the money and for the pigeon, and then he makes the Mashiach. Was lean on the Indian pigeon by Shani, both the Shas Mashiach. The pigeon who Bishas Mashiach, not by why, because the Gemara says Shema Yisubu Kitacha Mulia, the Chum made a Takona, and they said you always have to have Mashiach because people shouldn't make tricks, and they said there was a safe. The enemy had to be Gemara, take the Akamas Nisan, the Moshe we made a Maisi Besela. Shema Yisubu again, Baruch Bishash Moshe, Avitolish. I said, for the Commandama, Bishakis. So, man, the going is not learning like that, but the way the Moshe is learning over here, Mishichos Shemais and Sheni, he's really talking about over here, but the scene is Kesef. How the Mashiach? Huh? Who is?
No. Like the guy also the same way.
So, but after they might have been he's saying is, that's the Kesef.
Yes, it's not up, but it does not chal until the Mashiach. Mashiach is
the Ma'aser Sheni. I'm quite nice in the public car. Should we just really have a Ma'aser group? You can feel told this is some ways.
But it's not
The
chal.
Mashiach is the Ma'aser Sheni. Pigeon. The Mashiach is the pigeon. Aim not the Mashiach. We feel the Ma'aser group.
It's chal by the Mashiach.
The Ikke the sinus Hamois are double told. It's telling the sinus Hamois. The sinus Hamois is the
But it's not chal.
Ma'alone Mechuba Lekaku Ben Yochel Lemoishchoi. Allah pigeon should not even
The pigeon is not chal until he makes the Mashiach, and then it's not Mechuba anymore. First, it's like every kinyan. First give the kesef, and the kinyan is not chal until he makes the Mashiach.
That's why it's come. Because they didn't Mashiach Yochel. So now you're going to say that what he's not learning, he can't learn.
It's like every kinyan.
If you, but you learn how to Kodesh Kodesh at the ice. We're all learning that Kodesh Kodesh at the ice. Like this, not the ice, it's only the book. But Mashiach is also not the book.
That's his kasha. He's asking, what's